Okay, so some of you attended the FM's first global networking forum in Rostov. Is that camera on or is it on?
It's on.
It is on, so I need to move over here, I guess. Straight down the barrel, is that good? Yeah, okay. Right, whatever. So those who were there, just sort of stand up or hands up. I know we've got some in the room, so you guys were there. And that's, you people will have seen, and some of you others might have seen an announcement on Facebook page, FM World and FM World UK's Facebook page, that dietary supplements and diet products are going to be included in their offer. Have you seen that? Yeah. You've heard about that? Okay, well I'm going to go back to that a little later because it's quite important on that. Those of you who've been around for about 9 months might recall that my wife and I were privileged to spend a few days last October in the presence of Artur Travinsky, our founder, both in Lebanon and in Italy. And in Lebanon we were responsible for delivering a training program. During that time we spent with Artur and his wife-to-be, we were entrusted with a few secrets. And when Artur entrusts people with secrets, it's a little ploy. He wants you to leak those secrets. So I said, Artur, in my other business, I've spent 32 years retaining secrets and information for clients, so you've picked on the wrong guy. But most of those secrets have now become public knowledge. The pure bottle design and prototypes that we saw back in October are now with us, as are the new look websites. You know, we had the website change with the rebranding. Those of you who've got business partners in, say, Lithuania, for example, that will come in a very short space of time. So the whole of FM World is being rebranded. And this whole new look and the logo that you've seen, which is on your certificates, and there is a slightly grubby Mercedes outside, which has the new branding on it. This is all part of the development of our business. And I say our business not because it's my business, but because it is our business. Collectively, we are FM World. Each and every one of us is a partner in that business, and we're a very big part of it, and that's always recognised by Artur at any meetings that he does. Even if your business is static, the introduction of the Pure range, it means in real terms you're offering your clients, your customers, a far better value product because of the increase in the bottle size. But the worth to you, even if your business remains static, and I hope it doesn't, and I hope it isn't, means that you will actually make around about 70% more money. I don't know if you've realised that or calculate that equation. I haven't, because I'm a blue captain. I'm a party boy. But the Greens, the Roy Strongs of this world, have worked that all out for us. The dietary supplement announcement at the forum apart, the eagle-eyed of you will have noticed that on day 2 a number of us disappeared. We disappeared from the picnic because we love it so well.
I thought you were drunk.
Well, no, I was under strict instructions from Anita not to get drunk before the meeting. And I almost achieved it, Paul, thank you. So we weren't actually off for a quick smoke behind the bike sheds. We were summoned to a meeting where we would hear a bit more detail about how the company's going forward. Details which I can now share with you. The rebranding commenced. With the rebranding, expect to see further changes throughout the remainder of this year and forward into 2017. All lines will be rebranded with the FM logo, and the expectancy is that the makeup from the cosmetic side will be complete by October of this year. So that's a big stride forward. We're going to continue to experience limited edition offers. We know that we've had them in the past. Seasonal offers and product novelties and innovations. Products that don't appeal will be deleted. Remember, we all have our own favourites, but of course it's Artur and the team at FM World Headquarters who see the whole of the worldwide picture. So if your fragrance or your product gets deleted, please don't take it personally. it probably means that you haven't promoted it well enough. But don't take it that personally. Up until early this year, FM World's Research and Development Department, which is a vital part of the organisation, because in network marketing you're dealing with a quality, you're promoting, you're endorsing a quality. So research and development is where the money goes, as we know, if we've listened to trainings, rather than into advertising in the conventional sense. Now that research and development department, up until the early part of this year, was only about 12 to 14 people, that's all. That's all they were. One of them headed up by Arta's father, Andre, very much on the skincare line. But with collaboration agreements and partnerships now in place, FM World have access to over 500 research and development people and partners. So they have gone out there to find the absolute best of the best. Profound and Drom will continue to be our preferred partners in the field of perfume, but there's new collaborations been established in the fields of skincare and body care with partner companies in the USA and South Korea. I hadn't realised that South Korea is one of the leaders in skincare in the whole world, acknowledged throughout the world. Since I heard this, I thought, yeah, right, but actually it is, yeah, right. So these are the kind of people the company FM World, on our behalf, are working with. They're also working with an agency called the Nelly Roddy Agency, which is a French operation that advises on and sets trends 2 years and some forward in the lifestyle sector. So we've got people at FM World now working with and collaborating with important people and recognised world authorities. So expect us to be setting trends as well as following trends. Other things, expect the current 4 catalogues, we have 4 catalogues in the range, they will be condensed into one single catalogue, which will be updated 3 to 4 times per year as innovations and trends come forward. And what that will do will mean that in one condensed catalogue, your customers, your prospects will be able to see the whole of the offering that we've got and realise the enormity of what FM World really is. Again, the expectancy is October.
So it could be this year.
It could well be this year, but as with all things, any Poles in the room? Any Polish people? I'd say it even if there wasn't, or there weren't. The words we generally get from Poland are a particular timeline. The reality is usually there's a bit of slippage.
So it could be spring.
It could be spring, but we understand from the meeting that we had. But then again, something probably got lost in translation. Or I just made it up, I don't know. No, that's not true. All this is fantastic news, and it shows Arta's vision for the future of FM World as a market leader. And if you've any doubts at all about being in the right time, in the right place at the right time with the right company, just put them in the trash bin now, because there's an awful lot going to happen. Things are really, really moving forward. With this huge collaborative working, the company is going to really go to the next level, as indeed each and every one of us is. So back to the dietary supplements. Those at the forum will no doubt have realised that the presentation and the translation got kind of lost somewhere. She had a very nice Oxford English accent, but gee, she was as boring as hell.
Lost the will to live.
Lost the will to live, yeah. Audrey actually resorted to listening to the Italian translation.
Actually was the best.
And suggested I do, and I found that far more interesting. And I don't understand Italian. So, and it appeared that the focus was totally on diet.
Yeah.
Diet in the sense of what we English think of diet, weight loss. Well, it's not. That is totally wrong. What became clear at the meeting was that this will be a totally new product category and will focus on the lifestyle. And there will be 3 phases or 3 types to the offering that will come forward. The tease was made at the forum, but the full announcement, and we believe the products themselves, are scheduled for FM's 12th anniversary training and gala, which is in Greece in the first week of October. And that's all good news. That's really, really good news, because conveniently those dates coincide with both mine and my wife's birthday, so we don't have to think about arranging a party again. But if any of you want to send cards or gifts to us, just do send them care of FM World Athens, and I'm sure they'll find us. The lifestyle offerings are set out in 3 phases. One is detoxification. As you can see, my body is a temple. It's a bit like a Buddhist temple, and it does need a good detox and a good clean. So that's the first phase, detoxification program. The second is body strengthening, with the use of vitamins, vitamin supplements and microelements. This is a huge market, and many of us know, and many of us ourselves and people we know do take food supplements. And remember, just last week, the announcement, and despite career around Europe, you know, I do have a news feed, our own Department of Health was telling us that we actually need to address our health issues by using vitamin supplements. Maybe Arthur just had a word about that and the release was made last week. I don't know. The third phase is actually weight loss products, for those who feel they need a little help from their FM friend. But all of this package will promote a healthy lifestyle, and it will give you yet another tool to reach out to new prospects and to grow your businesses. So, right time, right place, right company? Yeah? No?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's all good news, yeah? Okay, round of applause for Arthur. Well done, Arthur. At the forum itself, we were treated to presentations by leaders from around the world, and FM World itself, and I say a little of some of it got lost in translation, and that's a little unfortunate. But the world-renowned business speakers, Don and Nancy Failure, or Failure I should say rather than Failure, were there, as I say, were some of the FM World leaders, and I just want to speak a little bit about some of them. Many of you will be familiar with Don Failure's book, which includes a 45-second presentation. Yeah, you've heard of that? Yeah, it's been reworked and it's now called Own Your Own Life. So again, look out for that on Amazon or what have you. And the latest release he's made is called The Action Book. So if you're not familiar with their work, I suggest you do have a little surf, do have a little look, and you'll find them. Now, in a lot of people's eyes, Don and Nancy are old school. I mean, yeah, they're old. They're even older than me, which is going some. But they've been there. They've done it. They've done it right. They've done it wrong. They've crashed and burned. They've got all the T-shirts. So there's a wealth of knowledge there and a wealth of information. Don, as is his way, with his Hawaiian shirt on, I think Paul's trying to emulate him today. Oh no, I was just mixing the two together then. Did a lot of work on an A-board, a lot of number crunching, including the 2 times 2, and the, you know, so yeah, a little bit old school. But there was some really good stuff in there. But there was things that Nancy in particular said that struck a real chord with me, and indeed with my wife. Their life as a consequence of working network marketing involves travelling, helping people to improve their life, with a great emphasis on family time. Money, as we know, isn't everything. It isn't everything, but it sure improves your relationship with your children and your grandchildren, trust me. And trust my trust funds, you know. And one of the things that Nancy said was about visualisation. Anybody here do visualisation?
Yes.
Yeah? Somebody do visualisation.
Yeah.
I think next month I'm going to supplement what Gurney's going to do. I'm going to do a session on visualisation, because she does it big time, even to this day, given her age. Pictures on her fridge. She says she still puts pictures on her fridge of everything that she wants to motivate, to drive her forward. And I thought that's really sweet, because I thought we've had our kitchen refitted and it's got a fitted fridge freezer, and you can't stick pictures on the fridge. So we've resorted to old technology. We use Blue Tack in our house. We're really big. We're really big in visualisation in our house. Back a few years, 4.5 years ago, we struggled with getting the Mercedes that Vanessa was entitled to. Why did we struggle? She's a foreigner. She's a lady. She's self-employed. She's a network marketer. Mercedes Finance are anal. There is no other word to describe it. They are anal. They do not like self-employed people. They do not like people who rely on commission as an income. You've got a job that you're going to lose in a month, they'll sign off 60 grand's worth of finance like that. You're a network marketer, you're a lady with a foreign name, now she's got an English name. We struggled. We didn't roll over. We took a picture of a C-Class Sport. It went on in 2 different colours. It went on our fridge. And every day we walked through our kitchen door and it stared us in the face. 6 months on, we took delivery. We weren't having any of that from Mercedes. We talked to our local people. They gave us another finance option and we took it. So we're very big on visualisation. When it came time to qualify for Dubai, what did you see on our fridge? You saw a shiny, shiny little model of the Burj Dubai written underneath it with lots of little, they were plastic diamond studs. And at the moment, we've got an MLS and a GLS ready for next year. Yes? Yes, I can tell you the story. As you know, or some of you know, we've got an E-Class Coupe. It's a beautiful car, it's a beautiful drive. It drives like a dream. It got us to that ferry to get us back to the UK. A journey time that should have taken 4.5 hours. We knocked 35 minutes off that time. Well, I did. It's an absolute peach of a drive. 120 mile an hour and some 172 kilometres per hour. It wasn't even sweating. But
You was the guy who overtook me on the Autobahn, huh?
das war nie, das, jawohl, mein Herr, bestimmt. You see, I am fluent in many languages. The one problem we experienced in Lithuania, where we were there sharing time with family because we could, was in her wisdom, Bertha decided that Mum would ride in the back, and it's a 2-door coupe. And in their collective wisdom, they decided that they would try and get Mum out of the car before I got round to help her out. Now, she hasn't got a really big arse, to be fair, but in getting out of the car, she fell backwards and wedged herself between the back of the front seat and the back seat. And she was in the mat well, in the back seat with her legs stuck up in the air. Not a pretty sight, I have to say. We eventually got her moved. I got a blanket from the back of the car, we wrapped it round her, we tried to pull her out. And she was then saying some very rude words about our Mercedes. But we eventually got her out because I got the wheel jack and busted a piece of wood, got it under her arse and wound her up. That's brutal.
It's now convertible.
So our motivation to have an MLS or a GLS is based around my mother-in-law. So, and we're thinking about our old age as well. Nancy is also very big on what she called BNB. Believe, nurture and build. Believe in yourself, your company, nurture relationships, and we've heard a lot about that today, and build an empire. And she made quite an impression on us. Mario Parisi, a young Italian boy, gave a passionate address. Don't quit, do it. And to understand it, those who weren't there, have you got your pen, Gillians?
Yeah, it's on a table here.
And basically, it's something like this. Don't quit. And all you do is you take those two out. Don't quit, do it. Now, Mario he talked about how his family's life had changed as a consequence of helping others using the FM opportunity as the delivery vehicle. Delivered in very excited English, I would say more than half of the people there, of a 3,000 plus audience.
That's right.
I was crying for sure. Now
Roy Strong, Julia Habott, they gave a very well received presentation on social media, which I believe is available on their website, without the talking, and may well be repeated, I think, at our national conference. But top dog for my money, excuse me, Lewis Rees. In every sense of the word, a diamond from Portugal. Originally he was a signing teacher. And this young guy, and I say young guy, he's in his early 30s. He's only half my age. But one of the most complete, compassionate and understanding he urged us to make people dream and protect them from negativity. We need to be rocks for our people. And that's why we need to forget why we started FM. Excuse me. He offered 5 tips. Choose your carver wisely. So who can this be? Who can your carver be? Well, your carver is your coach, your trainer, your mentor. Listen, stick with them and learn from them. These people are the leaders that we've seen today. Second tip is work with compassion and intelligence. We have to help people in an intelligent way, he said. Keep your house open, but not for snakes. Keep your house open, but not for snakes. He then told the story of a man who found a snake near death, malnourished, and he took it into his house overnight. In the morning, he was dead, but the snake was healthy. And what we need to draw from that is that some of us have experienced in our business that those snakes do exist, but we have lived to tell the tale, and that's an important reminder. Keep your house open, but not for snakes. There are people who will set out to destroy you and your business. The next tip was choose by what you really want and not what seems to be obvious. Now, bearing in mind this guy's Portuguese, but he spoke in English. So choose what you really want and never by what seems to be obvious. He then told a story of a woman who was pregnant, who had 8 kids already. 3 of them were deaf, 2 of them were blind, 1 was mentally retarded. And she herself was carrying syphilis. And the medical advice offered to her was to abort her latest child. Now, had she listened to what was a very obvious advice, we would have been deprived of Beethoven. So think on that. It's what you really want, not sometimes what seems to be obvious. Commitment. Commitment, he said, you're either on or off. Treat your business like a child. Treat your business like a child. You have to give 100% of your commitment to your child. And if you do, and you do that, it will look after you for the rest of your life as you get older. So treat your business as a child. Give it 100% of your commitment, and it will serve you in your age. And the other thing, he said, show gratitude to your business. Be grateful. Now, Lewis went on to explain that in Portuguese there are 3 levels of gratitude. The first level is recognition, just simple recognition. A simple thank you. That's the first level gratitude. The second level is thanks. Thanks with some grace and with some humility. And the third level is what they say, obrigado. Obrigado. And that is a total obligation of thanks. Obrigado. So what level are you at? What level are you guys at? Obrigado. I'd like to think. Obrigado. My job's done. Thank you. Okay, just to close. Yes. My wingman.
Obviously, we already told about the training. Next Sunday school is 28th of August.
Yep.
But also we have a training in Manchester, FM training in Manchester, which is on the 30th of July, Saturday the 30th of July, 12 o'clock in the noon until 4 p.m. So if you have any contacts in Manchester, they can attend that training. I've put all the details with the address of the venue and the numbers of the organizers on the Irina FMU page on Facebook. So if you're not yet followed that page, go on Facebook, Irina FMU for FM University, and go on that page, and all the trainings, events that we do, we post on that page. So that's for Manchester, any contacts in Manchester. So that's that. And can we, before everybody leaves, can we have a group photo as well, please?
Yeah, okay. In 1 second. So that's covered that, that's grand. National Conference, 22nd of October, that should be in your diary now. Save the date now and look out for early bird details on that, because as with last year, your leaders will get access to preferential price tickets, early days on that. And I believe the announcement's actually going to be made tomorrow on that. Those of you who would like to go to next year's forum and picnic, anybody like to go to next year's forum and picnic?
Yes.
Yeah, you'd like to go? Yeah, okay. Right, couple of suggestions. Work hard, do well, succeed and qualify. Okay? So that's the easy bit. The less easy bit is to start saving a £5 a week now. If you put a £5 away now per week, by the time it comes around, you'll have plenty of money to pay for your accommodation, your flights, all the rest of it. But what you'll need to do, if you don't qualify in your own right, this is the tricky bit, you're going to have to impress your leaders, because remember them, it's them that gives the tickets out. Okay? Thank you.